Hi, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Ask a Witch. My name is Katrina Rasbold. I've been a practicing witch for almost 40 years, and for close to 10 years of that, around 10 years of that, I've been working in a professional capacity, meaning that I do spells and rituals on behalf of other people. I do classes for other people and teach different aspects of witchcraft. I also do cleansings and healings for people and readings for people. And one of the questions I just recently got asked in a tarot class was, what do I do when my tarot cards stop talking to me? And that might sound weird because practically speaking, they're just little pieces of cardboard with words and pictures on them. Why would your psychic intuition stop working with those cards? And so that's the surface question. But the fact of the matter is, we get bonded with our cards. We have an understanding with those cards and a language with those cards that they're going to talk to us when we need them to. But every now and then you run into cards that just all of a sudden go dead in your hands. It's like you're throwing out blank cards. Now, that could be something on your part. Maybe you're just overtired. You haven't been sleeping well. Maybe you're not getting a good divine connection because you've got a lot of chaos and crisis going on. Maybe you're getting sick. There's lots of reasons why you're not connecting to your deck, but sometimes your deck is just done. I've noticed that if I'm at a doing psychic readings for people or tarot readings for people, a lot of people handle my cards. Sometimes my cards get really weighed down and tired and don't work as well. Also, there's some decks like the Aquarian deck, which is a pastel deck that's really beautiful, that are known to just quit working. And the way that you revive them, there's a few ways that you can do it actually. Now, the first thing that I do is I make sure that after I've done a reading for somebody else, I clear out my deck really well before it goes to the next person. And even if I'm at an event where I've got people stacked up, I'll still clear in between people. And the way that I do that is I take the cards in my hand and I just start laying them out in probably six stacks and put them one at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many stacks I've got, and just keep throwing them out there in that order until I've gone through the whole deck. Then I put them together and give them a good shuffle, and that'll usually shift the energy in the deck enough that I can bring in the next person. But if you are just finding that these decks are consistently not cooperating and are being just quiet, you can do the thing where you bury it. In that case, I would take the deck, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then bury it out in your yard. And I would do it for at least a moon cycle. I would go from new moon to full moon, back to new moon, and then dig it up. And it's usually going to be busy and working again. Another thing you can do is to set it on a piece of selenite. Just set up a little grid of selenite and lay your deck on it for about a week, and that'll clear it all out too. You can put it out in the moonlight for the 3 nights of the full moon. That would be the night before, the night of, and the night after full moon. That can also clear your deck. And because you've got it outside, you want to make sure that you either put a rubber band around it, have it in its box, or maybe even put it in a little Ziploc bag. The moonlight can go through it just fine, so that they don't blow away if the wind comes up or an animal knocks it over or something like that. So those are some ideas for how you can clean out a tarot deck. Sometimes you just have to give them a rest for a little while and hide them down in your drawer or your trunk or your bookshelf for 4 or 5 months and use a different deck. And then they get kind of jealous and want to play again. So each of your tarot decks will have their own personalities. They'll tell you what they need, but those are some ideas for how to clear out a deck. And you can use them for oracle cards, Lenormand cards, any type of divinatory cards that have just gotten quiet and aren't giving you messages anymore. Those are my suggestions, and I hope it helped. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.